welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I picked these up from IKEA ages ago. Might have even been before Christmas. It was definitely before lockdown, because of course IKEA isn't open now, but I thought I'd still show you something that might be useful to you and might be something you can use when this lockdown's over. So these are called VISBÄCK. I've probably completely mangled that, and I'm probably saying it all wrong, but they are clip frames. So they come in two sizes. One is 61 centimetres or 24 inches, and one is 40 centimetres or 15 3/4 inches, and you can use them to clip something between them, which I thought a diamond painting would be a good idea. So I don't have something that's sort of 60 or even less, like less would still work, you'd just have overhang handy, and I'm limited for my space where I can have both hands while the camera's propped up. So we're going to give it a go with the 40 centimetre one. So first off, let's get in it. Now, let me get rid of the noise first. Hang on. Plastic, be gone. Okay, so plastic's gone. Oh, you do get little instructions. So, oh, hang on, where's number one? Okay, there's number one. So, first of all, it says, oh, do you need to, okay. So you need to pull out, this is just a piece of wood, and this is your back piece. So this has screws to mount the clips, and then it does also have a hanging hole. So can you see that? Sort of a hole, but of course if you put a nail up, that would be able to grip onto that. So we unclip those two pieces. This is where we figure it all out together, and then we lay it down. Now it does have hook parts in both sections, which is good because that means you don't have to pay much attention. Now the only painting that was sort of 40 that I could find is Find a Handy. Bear with me, I will probably have others, but I'm too lazy to go and find them. So let's see how this all works. So this is exactly 40, which means for this we will need to get rid of the sides because they don't get covered up. So I'm going to cut down the sides. It's a bit of a hash job. You can take more time and do it neater than me. So, cut down the sides. The diamonds is sort of telling me where to cut. And we'll get rid of the strips. But we will keep the top sections because that is what I want to go in here. Now it does show it being pushed all the way to the top, but that's not going to work for this diamond painting. So let's see if we can get it to go in without pulling all the diamonds off, would be ideal. Okay, so I pushed it a little bit too far on one. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's managed to clip in now. I can give it a little tug. Can't be too much out the way, but that's managed to grip it at the top, right by the diamonds. Okay, that's working, that's working. And then we'll do the bottom the same. So there's plenty of space at the moment, but I'm going to tuck it and try and just line it up with the diamonds, and then push this in. Oh, let's try actually getting it at the right side. Now it does push the diamond painting in with it a bit. Now this could be handy to know. It does allow the diamonds to go in as well. But actually what you can do once you've pushed it in is you can just push it back a bit until you hear it click. And that means it's come off the diamonds. So there we go. That was quite easy. That's an easy framing job, isn't it? Let me put my scissors away. I'm quite impressed with those. So they'll hang up, you can hook it onto the wall. It's weighty enough, it's... Okay, gave that a good shift. It's not shifting. The canvas is plenty thick enough for it to stay on. It may have moved a little bit up the top here with the mammoth shaking, but that's quite a nice frame, isn't it, for a 40 by 30 painting. Of course, if you had one that was 40 across but maybe 60 down, it will still work. So really, I'm impressed with those. That's quite a nice frame, contemporary, a little bit contemporary. You've got your nice wood, you've got your nice black detail in. It would probably look better on a bigger picture. Oh, excuse me. Probably look better on a bigger picture, or maybe a picture. I think that's got a scrape on it, but maybe I could turn that over. Or maybe a picture that's not as busy, but still, I like those. Yeah, they come in, let's say 40 centimetres and 61 centimetres. You don't have to clip in something that is exactly the same size. If you do have something that's a little bit smaller, then you'll just have some little ends on the side, a little gap. But yeah, and that's worked with the border that came on the picture. So you've got quite a bit of space to have an even thicker border on your picture and still be able to frame it. And I'm sure if push came to shove, you could potentially use two. That could work. Yeah, so you've got loads of possibilities. If you had a picture that was 80 across, you do have hooks in both sides. So what you could do, I'm going to pull this off. So it does pull off, no marks to the painting, but to give you the idea is you could have two together this way and actually trim off the bottom so it hangs a bit more like a tapestry, or get two sets and actually do something that is 80 wide, and then you just hang it in two places. So, and you could combine the 40 with the 61 if you had something that was 100. They're pretty good. I'm quite impressed with those. And they will turn either way, so the one that I have got a scratch on I can turn the other way. But yeah, I'll pop the links for them in the description below. I can't quite remember how much they were, and I don't have my phone with me to go googling and see how much they were, but they're called VISBÄCK, VISBACK, and that is something that I've not seen before. But to show you, okay, so to show you the instructions, so they advise that you split the two pieces. You put your canvas onto the back part, turn it around, and then you slip your wooden piece in, which is exactly what we did. But then for fixing it, they advise that you mark your screw hole and put your screw in the wall and leave a gap so that it can hook underneath this section here, which has got little teeth, so it can hook underneath there. And then you can hang it either with them on both ends, or you could just hang it with the one. What's nice about this is you can also just change it. So you're not committing to anything apart from, of course, cutting the side of your canvas off. But you could decide to change these about. And yeah, I have managed to scratch that side, so we'll do it that way. Got no scratch marks then. But yeah, you could choose to change what you're mounting, maybe vary your picture up if you like to be able to change your mind. But yeah, I like those. So yeah, thought I'd give you, finally get around to showing you what these are like. Hopefully that helps you if you're after something that is cheap, maybe cost effective, or maybe it is something that you do want to be able to switch your paintings about. These are pretty good for it. I'm pretty sure, let's have a look. Yeah, so even on the ones that are 61, if you really want them to fit exactly, you could possibly trim these down a bit. I'm not that good at the sort of woodworking skills, but I'm sure there's people that know people that are, and you could potentially chop this down as well. Let me have a look if it would work, because I know another popular size is 50 across. Oh yeah, so you'll easily get 5.5 centimetres off each side and still leave yourself with a little border of the wood, so you could do that. If you've got somebody that's really handy, you could even move these clips. So you would need to create some sort of, this has got a little pilot screw hole, but you could move the clips, and in effect then you could make these pretty much any size that you wanted, if you wanted to get into a little bit of DIY with them, and make them work for your painting. But I think they're very flexible, and a nice finish. I do like the finish. As I say, this painting is very busy, but I still think it looks good hung up in one of these. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you tried these for framing? Do you find that they work and that they're good? Let me know. But thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.